Good evening. I'm Sarah Clark from Article 19, and it's such a pleasure to be back here with you in front of this beautiful protest memorial that you fought so hard to keep. We're so glad. We are so glad that the horrific clearing of this memorial has finally ended and that here it stands. And it stands and it still calls for justice for Daphne, and that justice has yet to be achieved. But today marks a very important moment for Malta. And Malta has the opportunity on the 4th anniversary of the killing of its leading investigative journalist to now put in place important press freedom reforms. Malta has the opportunity to lead Europe and the world in instituting a blueprint for journalist safety. And we're here to press the Prime Minister to do this. We're here to repeat the extraordinary findings and conclusions of the public inquiry and the recommendation that journalism must be recognized as the crucial fourth pillar of democracy, and that journalists must be supported and protected for the critical work that they do in holding the powerful to account on our behalf. The corruption that killed Daphne has still not been prosecuted. As long as there's no justice for the crimes that Daphne's investigations revealed, journalists continuing to investigate corruption in Malta are extremely vulnerable. Until the price for killing a journalist here is higher than the gains made through corruption, this can happen again. We must have prosecutions for the corruption that Daphne was killed for exposing. The public inquiry has been monumental and astounding. We have never seen a process like this anywhere in Europe. Daphne's family and her lawyers here in Malta and in London, and our organizations and all of you who fought so hard to have it established, have not only done Malta an extraordinary service towards restoring justice and the rule of law, but you have contributed immensely to the way we fight impunity for the killings of journalists globally. We are so grateful to Daphne's family, to their lawyers, and to you. And we hope that this is something, the public inquiry is something that we can apply in other countries around Europe where journalists have been killed. And that's something that Malta can be extremely proud of. We must ensure that the murder of a journalist can never happen again. As we told Prime Minister Abela on Friday, it is beyond time to rise above partisan politics and to create an independent, impartial, and expert committee of experts to implement the recommendations of the public inquiry. We must recognize journalism as the fourth pillar of the democracy, and we must create an enabling, not a restrictive environment for the media. We want to see comprehensive protection in the law against slaps in this country. Our organizations and the international community stand ready to support the government in these processes. And ahead of the election, which may or may not be called soon, but we're told soon, it's really important that both political parties and their media cease campaigns which continue to discredit and endanger journalists. My colleagues who are with me and the entire international community is watching what Prime Minister Abela will be doing with this moment, with this opportunity. If Malta can do this right, it can set an example for the rest of Europe. May part of Daphne's extraordinary legacy be that the Maltese state now protects and supports journalists in memory of Daphne, who did so much to protect all of us. Thank you.